From deadly to downright disgusting, these are the top 10 scariest alligator facts. From the size of their terrifying jaws to the length of time they can survive, we're taking a look at the top 10 scariest alligator facts. Number 10. They have a third eye. When you think about an alligator, what do you imagine? A cold-blooded reptile with a long tail and a pair of beady eyes that lie somewhere on its head? Well, that second part is wrong because alligators actually have 3 eyes. The 2 on top of its head function like normal eyes, while the third eye lies on the back of its head and acts as a sort of early warning system. It allows the alligator to detect changes in light and dark, but it can't form images with it. This also means that even if an alligator goes blind, it can still be aware of its surroundings to some extent. And this creepy crawly is not done with surprises just yet. Make sure to stick around until the end to find out what else it has up its scaly sleeve. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're loving this video so far. 9. No need to bother with a door. In the animal kingdom, many species will build homes or dens for themselves and their young. Alligators are no exception, but they take things to a whole other level. Gator dens can be anywhere from 3 to 6 feet wide, depending on the size of the mother alligator. These incredibly sized holes are then lined with leaves, sticks, and other debris to make them more comfortable and hidden. To make things even more confusing, though, alligators rarely use these holes as intended. Instead, they prefer to seek shelter under houses, sheds, docks, and even cars. But how do they get there without a door? Turns out they don't need one. Alligators can break through walls and doors with ease, which is why you should probably avoid leaving your home empty when you know there are gators around. No 8. Cannibalism. As we mentioned earlier, female alligators lay between 20 and 50 eggs in a clutch. That means that in one single nest you could have dozens of baby alligators ready to hatch, and all that from a single mother. While that may sound adorable, it's really not. All because of one simple reason: competition. As soon as those babies are born, they're on their own. Mother Nature didn't raise them to be sweet and innocent. She raised them to be ruthless predators. If they want to eat, they must go out into the world and find food. And if any younger or weaker alligator gets in their way, well, they're simply going to have to eat them. 7. Once they lock on, there's no escape. Imagine you're swimming along, and suddenly you feel something grab hold of you. You struggle to free yourself from whatever it is, but it won't budge. And then you see it, a giant mouth filled with sharp teeth heading straight for you. Even worse, once they clamp their jaws around their victim, alligators can exert an incredible amount of pressure, over 1,000 pounds per square inch, to be exact. For reference, that's roughly equivalent to having an elephant stand on your body. Unfortunately, you're not likely to find an escape from an alligator's grasp. Even if you manage to get away, you'll be met with another unpleasant surprise: their bite. If you thought their teeth were scary, wait until you hear how strong they are. Their bites are so powerful, they can shatter bones. So if you ever find yourself in this situation, try to aim for the gator's eyes or nostrils. Just please don't breathe, because their sense of smell is equally impressive. No. 6. Super smellers. Speaking of their sense of smell, did you know that alligators can smell blood from miles away? Their sniffer is so sensitive that they can pick up the scent of blood in the water long before it's visible to the naked eye. That means if you get bitten by a shark or cut yourself while diving, gators can sense it and come straight for you. But their abilities don't stop there. They can also smell food from a long way off. It's been said that if you took away a gator's sight, hearing, and ability to feel anything, it would still find you simply by following its nose. And it doesn't take much for them to track down a meal. They've been known to sniff out a mouse from 200 feet away and a fish from nearly half a mile away. Talk about being hungry. No. 5. They can survive anything. Most animals only live between 2 and 5 years in the wild. After that, they either become someone's meal or die from disease or injury. Alligators, however, can live anywhere from 30 to 50 years. Some even live longer than that. What makes this feat even more impressive is where they live. Because alligators spend most of their time in murky waters, they often ingest parasites, bacteria, and other small microorganisms. Yet somehow they seem to shake it off and live to tell the tale. Researchers believe it's due to their unique digestive system, which is able to break down and absorb nutrients from almost everything it ingests. So if you see one of these reptiles slithering around, Just keep in mind that it's seen and eaten some things you wouldn't believe. No. 4. Blind as a bat. If you thought alligators' sense of smell was impressive, wait until you hear about their eyesight. Like we mentioned earlier, they have 2 eyes on the top of their heads that allow them to see predators and prey approaching. But what they lack in eye placement, they make up for in color vision. Gators can see in color, unlike many other reptiles who see in black and white. And what's even crazier, they can see ultraviolet light. This means that while you might think you're hiding from an alligator by wearing a white shirt, it can actually see right through you. And it's not the only thing that's great at seeing in the dark. No. 3. Seeing in the dark. There's nothing more frightening than walking through a dark, unfamiliar place and hearing a twig snap. You jump and turn around to investigate, but there's nothing there. Or is there? Alligators are excellent nocturnal hunters, meaning they sleep during the day and hunt at night. During this time, they're 7 times more active than during the day. They can also see extremely well in low-light conditions, thanks to a reflective layer behind their retinas called tapetum lucidum. This allows them to gather as much light as possible and see much better in the dark than humans can. So if you see an alligator at night, run, don't walk. No. 2. The biggest, baddest bite. Everyone knows that an alligator's bite is something to fear. But did you know just how dangerous they are? According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the saltwater crocodile has the strongest bite of any living animal, including humans. Its bite force is a whopping 3,700 psi. The American alligator isn't quite as strong, but it's still enough to make you fear its bite. With a maximum bite force of 2,125 psi, its jaws can easily crush bones, making them one of the most dangerous creatures on the planet. No. 1. Death roll. We've already told you about the alligator's powerful bite and crushing jaws, but that's not the only weapon in its arsenal. When an alligator feels threatened, it will sometimes roll over in the water to show its attacker its back and belly. Sounds innocent enough, right? Wrong? Gators do this to expose their rows and rows of sharp teeth. By doing this move, called death rolling, they scare off most predators who aren't willing to risk getting sliced open by one of their massive teeth. And it's not just a bluff. Gators have been recorded killing sharks by using the death roll. But this doesn't mean they're always successful. Sometimes when they roll over, their attackers simply clamp down on their jaws and flip them over again. Then it's just a matter of waiting for the gator to run out of air and drown. If you think that sounds terrifying, just wait until you watch this next video. Thanks for watching. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. See you next time.